Hello and thank you for watching this video. Today's assignment is to tell you my story. But before I do, I want to share a couple thoughts that I want you to have in the background as you hear my story, okay? The first thought is we have so much in common that we don't know about. We may look like we're so different, but there's a lot that we have in common. So I wanted to keep a mental list of everything that I say that we have in common. For example, I'm going to say my name. If our name is the same, then it's one thing. I'll tell you where I'm from. If it's the same, then that's number 2. If I say to you, I'm married, well, that's number 3. I have children, that's number 4. So all those things that we have that are in common, I want you to keep a mental list and see how many things I'm going to mention right now that we are the same, although we may have totally different lives, okay? Number 2 thought that I would like for you to keep in mind is that I'm going to say a few sentences that have an active verb that express a time of my life. For example, I'm going to say, and then I got married. Well, when I say that sentence, I got married, it has a full story behind it. How we met, how he proposed, the preparation for the wedding itself, and then after 27 years of being married, there's a whole lifelong story behind that sentence. And in that same sentence, there's feelings, there's disappointments, there's victories, there's milestones. There's so much that I had to go through for that sentence to even make sense. And it's the same in your life. So when I say to you, I moved to the United States, well, there's a whole process that went through. There's a lot of sadness. There was a lot of joy. And in that sentence, there's so much knowledge. There's so much that I had to go through. My learning curve on each of those sentences built Anna to where I am today. And the same story is yours. Our experiences are different. But when we tell our story, we forget to mention everything that we have learned in that process. So please keep those 2 thoughts in your mind as you hear my story. I'm going to try to be very short, not to bore you, okay? So my name is Anna. I was born and raised in Brazil, and I moved to the United States when I was 17 years old. I came to live with my uncle and my aunt who live in Texas. And during that period, I was a nanny, so I lived also with an American family. That's where I learned how to speak English. And with that same period of my life, that's when I met Ray, my husband. And we dated for about a year, and then we got married. 2 years into being married, we had our first baby. Then we had 2 more every 2 years. So 2, 4, and 6. 2 years, 4 years, and 6 years after we got married, we had 3 babies. While we were dating, while Ray and I were dating, and then soon after we got married, I worked at Marriott Hotels. I worked for a hotel, and I also worked at a restaurant. And Ray had also 2 jobs. And we made a little money, and we started our little family there. My mother-in-law introduced Mary Kay to me while we were still dating. She's still in Mary Kay after 35, 37 years, whatever it is. So she's been in Mary Kay for a very, very long time. And when I was introduced to the Mary Kay business, I said, there's no way. I'm not a salesperson. I don't sell door to door. That is not for me. I did not even know how to take care of my skin, how to put on makeup. So I didn't even think about Mary Kay as a business for myself because I knew nothing about it. So I immediately discarded it off my head, not even listening to her when she told me all about the business. And then I went about my way. But after having 3 babies, so after we had our children, I stopped working. It was my husband's and our intent that I would stay home and raise our children, and he would support us financially. And that was our plan, and we worked that out beautifully. And so my husband supported our family, and we had these 3 children. But what happened by the time I had those 3 kids is that I started feeling guilty to take care of myself. My husband was going so hard, working outside of the home to support us, to make ends meet for our family, and he worked really hard in giving of himself so much so we could have a very great life. And so our home, everything that we spent was because my husband worked. And I felt guilty. I felt guilty to walk into the nail salon and get my nails done. I felt guilty to be walking in a mall and seeing a sale on a pair of shoes and buying that pair of shoes because I really didn't even need that. So I started feeling very guilty about that. And that's why I took a second look at Mary Kay, because I wanted that extra money to be able to splurge in things that we really didn't need, but it was outside of our budget and I wanted it. And I thought, well, okay, $50 a week, $50 a month. We'll be able to go to Chuck E. Cheese every once in a while and we'll splurge on these things that are not in our budget, but I would be able to do that because I had my business. And so I did. And in the beginning, I did it very slow because I didn't know what I was doing. It was all very new to me. But I wanted to learn. I wanted a little bit more. And that was my theme at that point. I just wanted more. And so I started educating myself with the product knowledge, and I started educating myself with the business opportunity. And the more I knew, the more the conversations with my friends and the people around me became about Mary Kay. People started noticing the difference on my skin. I started wearing makeup with more confidence. And all of a sudden, I was selling more. I was talking more about Mary Kay, and my confidence grew. And then people wanted what I had. People decided that they wanted to also have their own business. And I started growing a team and also a client base. And so from the $50 became $100, became $150, became $200. And my sales started growing and my team started growing. And that built my confidence. And with my confidence built, Mary Kay, the business became a lot stronger. And so after 18 years of business, I can say now that Mary Kay is a financial support of our home. My husband has worked all of his life to provide for us, and I am so glad to say that I can help him financially in the home. And he doesn't have to carry that financial burden all the time anymore. And that's a pleasure for me to see. The other thing is that after 18 years of Mary Kay, we have earned 7 cars. And so there's 7 cars that our family has been able to go to the dealership and pick up for free. And they're all gifts from Mary Kay for the hard work of myself and our team. And those experiences I could never give to my family or the team that I have if I kept working at the hotel, if I kept working at the restaurant. Because I chose to make that decision to start my own business, I can now pass it on, not have only this success to my family, but also pass on to other families. So it's been a pleasure to help other women to have that same success, to bring those rewards to their families as well. So it's been a lot of fun to be able to grow myself, grow my knowledge in the business, grow my knowledge as a communicator, to be able to know how to take care of my skin and pass it on to other women. And those are the things that I learned in this business. So to be able to pass it on to other people has been the biggest part of my business. To be able to grow myself and then pass it on has been what I love most about this business. My God-given gift is to make other people feel welcome in my presence and to fulfill a need. And what I know that I love doing, that I feel good about doing, is when I look at a person and I find a need, I try the very best of my ability to help her fill that need. So if I walk into a home and the person is stressed and she just needs to put her feet up, I will do my very best to make her needs met by helping her clean, by helping her take care of her children, by cooking her a meal, by being the listening ear. And that's what I do from my own. That's what I love doing. And so I was able to then transfer this, the God-given ability that God has gifted me with, in a business where I can use the vehicle of Mary Kay to be in women's houses, to be in women's lives, and to help them fulfill that need. And so sometimes we can be in somebody's home for a season and help them, but we cannot transfer that to her unless we have the vehicle, and Mary Kay has become the vehicle to transfer that to somebody. So now that I am able to pass it on and teach other women to find that and then some, to want that more, it's been the most rewarding part of my life, to teach women to say, yes, I want more. I want more for my family. I want more for myself. I want to be the better version of me. And to learn that it's okay to say that. We're trained, I think, as women, we're trained to say, thanks, I'm good. Thank you very much. No, I'm okay. When we're offered an opportunity, when we're offered a cup of coffee, when we're offered a free something, we're always saying, no, thanks, I'm good. But I want to introduce to you another thought. I want to introduce to you the thought of, yes, I want it. Say yes. Say yes to the opportunity. Somebody sent you the link of this video. Somebody sent you the link of this story. And I don't know how many things you have in your mental code that we are the same. There's so many things that I said to you that we're far apart, that we have nothing in common. But I know that I've said some things to you that we have in common. And I know that when you heard my story about moving to the United States, getting married, having children, feeling guilty, wanting something more, there's something in there that your story is the same. The consultant that sent you the link for the story is thinking about you. She thinks you are the bomb.com. She thinks you're awesome, that you have potential, and that this Mary Kay business is something for you, but you may not see that yet. So I hope that by listening to my story and the things that we have in common, that encourage you, that gives you the curiosity to ask for more, to say, yeah, I want to know more. Yes, I want more for me. Yes, I could do more for my family. And then you take that first step. Decide that this might be your time for you to have the and then some, to have more. So I hope that I inspired you. Again, my name is Anna Farrell, and I'm a sales director in St. Louis, Missouri, and I hope to talk to you soon. Many blessings to you. Bye.